Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Jennifer's Lair. Today I want to talk about, Halloween movies. I know that we all have our favorites around that time of year, but I would like to suggest some because, well, it's pretty awesome, and I have quite a few in my collection. I kind of like to, I really don't know if I like all the bloody and gore movies as much as, just some of the like more family friendly comedy type of movies, but I do like some. It just depends on, my mood and everything, just like I bet some of you, but I do like the scary ones and stuff. I do watch some of the like exorcism ones, like the Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's a good one because it's based on a true story. If you didn't know that or whatever, you need to check it out. I went online and I found the original sound bites, and well, I'm gonna share that story for a different time, but something creepy happened and it was like, oh boy. So but I won't play those sound bites ever again, so but that will be for my spooky stories. So so keep tuned in to this channel because I will be doing some spooky type of stories like that for you guys. I'm looking into getting some more stories, but my grandfather told me some. I have some of my own. My dad has told me some, so some of these stories will be coming from other people and some of them will be just coming from me because I've had some kind of spooky things happen. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Well, anyways, let's get into the suggestions of movies I have. I also have well, somewhat seasons and stuff like that of shows that I thought maybe, could go on this list as well. And some of these are not going to be kid friendly and some will be, so keep that in mind if you're going to have kids watching. Some of these movies might not be for them, so it might be due to sexual contact, or it could be some other, reasons why it might be violent or whatever, so keep that in mind. I do like family friendly the most out of all the movies because I like some comedy and stuff, but I do find some comedy, I do have like a little bit of a dark streak in my like watching movies. Like when I went to the theater and they remade it, I kind of laughed through that whole movie. I don't know why, but I just found it so comical. The other one, the original that Stephen King had made, with the 2 discs and all that, that one was more scarier than I believe this one is. The clown, I don't know. I don't know. But what do you guys think about it? Leave your comments down below if you'd like. I'm kind of interested to hear. So, we're going to start with these. Now, some of these are going to be classics. Like, I do like the old school classics, like the black and white old school. I think they're very awesome. I don't know. I just like them. If you haven't already, just give them a try because I was kind of skeptical too about them, but they are really good. The originals from Universal Pictures, so check those out if you can. Walmart usually sells them around Halloween time, and you can get like, like this type of a box where it comes with, this one comes with Dracula, Dracula's daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. So this is kind of a cool, and this comes with 6 films, and they're original. They're the original Dracula, so that's pretty cool. I was like, I don't know. I'm a Dracula fan. I love vampires and everything. But this one here, it was hard for me to get my attention. I actually enjoyed, well, let me see if I can find it here. I actually enjoyed this one more. I actually enjoyed Frankenstein. Believe it or not, I'm a real big fan of Frankenstein. I loved watching these. These were very good. The Frankenstein one comes with 8 films from the original Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, The Ghost of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Meets the Werewolf, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. So, and you also get these bonus features. And these two, this one also I got at Walmart around Halloween time. And I've also got this one at Halloween, or Walmart at Halloween time. So check your nearest Walmart, because these are really good and you should check these out. They're really good. I prefer Frankenstein over Dracula this time. If I had to pick one, I would pick Frankenstein for sure. I don't know why, but I'm a huge fan of Dracula though otherwise, so, and vampires. So that was kind of a shock for me. I wasn't really expecting to really love Frankenstein over Dracula, so. And this one's another one. It's got 8 horror cult classics. So and I also bought this one at Walmart around Halloween time. I do not remember the prices, so I'm sorry, it's been a while. I think I picked these all up 2 years ago or something at Walmart. But here's the back cover of it. And these are classics again. I love the classics. Black and white, very good. Very good classics. don't get me wrong, I did like the Draculas. It's just, I liked Frankenstein way more. In my opinion, I think Frankenstein was done better than Dracula. Okay. Well, now I've got a lot of this. These come, alright, let's do this one first. I'm getting a little over. Here is the Lost Boys, and it came in a 3-pack, and I believe my husband got this. He bought this for me. And I believe this was from Walmart again. And it comes with all 3 movies of the Lost Boys, and this is a really good, these are good. So if you haven't seen these, you need to check these out as well. Dracula Untold. This one is a great movie too. I think I saw this in theaters, and then I had to have a copy of this, so it was a pretty good, decent movie. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, so it's like hard to remember everything that goes on, but it's a really good movie. Especially for Halloween time, around that time, I usually end up watching a lot of these movies. I'll put them in, and then I also watch some other things which we'll get into later. This one's Bram Stoker's Dracula. And this one was a really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. So, and I have not read the book. I'm sorry, but sometimes with my ADHD, it's hard for me to read books. I can't just sit down. I would love to read more books, but the way that I get sidetracked, it's not. It's very hard. This one's I, Frankenstein, and this one was a really good movie too. So if you haven't seen this one, check it out. It's really, really good. Victor Frankenstein is another one. And that one is beautiful. I love this movie. It's a very good movie. I got to see this in theaters, and then I had to have the DVD, so I went out and bought the DVD. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit more of the vampires. I'm sorry, my phone is going off, and I have to check it. Okay. Alright, I've checked it. Hopefully it'll stop. This one has Tom Cruise in its Interview with the Vampire. Very, very good movie. It's got Brad Pitt in it, if you're a Brad Pitt fan. Tom Cruise. Check this out. It's a really good movie. Queen of the Damned, which has Aaliyah in it. Which we all know she passed away, which really sucks. But this is a good movie, so check it out. Okay, now we're getting into these. And these aren't in order, but the Underworld movies. got Kate Beckinsale in it, and she's really good. I love her as an actress. She's very awesome in this movie. Or in these movies, I should say. I enjoyed them. And they're not in any order, so I'm sorry if they're in the wrong order or anything, but I recommend all of these series of movies. I think that they're really awesome. And they should kind of go with the Halloween theme, especially if you like vampires like myself. And now we're getting to, and I'm sure that I've got them all mixed up, because I had them in order, but now they're all mixed up. These ones I didn't want to do yet. This is the ones. Okay, we're sticking kind of with the vampire theme. Now these ones are made to be a little comical and everything. This one is one of my favorites. I watched it when I was in high school, so you can about imagine how old I am. And it first came out, and Luke Perry is in it, of course, which I love him. If anyone knows, I love 90210, and he was my favorite on the show for the guys. So check this out. This movie is really, really good, and it's comical and very funny. So if you guys want a funny and uplifting movie, this is for you. We also have My Boyfriend's Back. And this movie is another comical movie, and it's pretty funny, and it would be very good to, you know, for just like if you want to watch a comedy type / spooky type of vampire movie, this one's for you. We also have another movie called My Best Friend is a Vampire. And this one's an older movie as well, and it's very comical. It's very, very comical. So if you ever get to check this one out, check it out, because it's really funny. And a lot of these movies are like from the 1980s and 1990s. A lot of them are. It's just that I love that era, because they had this like humorish type, type of humor of, and it's still like a vampire, but it's like funny at the same time. So they've got a lot of good humor back in the 80s and 90s when they designed some of these movies. So and I kind of like that when I'm watching movies like that. And these are somewhat family friendly, depending on your, so if you guys have children or whatever, some of these, they can watch them. They're kind of funny. So these ones here are my list to watch this year. My mother-in-law and I get together the Saturday before Halloween, and we watch movies. I used to have Halloween parties, but they're just a lot of work, because I go through and I actually have a playlist of 19 hours of songs, which is over 2,000 songs. I also do bake cookies and frost them and everything. It's fun, but it's a lot of work at the same time. And then I make sure all the animatronics that we have downstairs, they're working and functioning properly, and get the lights up and all that good stuff. And it gets to be a lot. And well, a lot of my friends are kind of busy, so they don't come for Halloween parties anymore, so since I moved away. So I don't know if I'll have one this year or not, but my mother-in-law, we're going to have a little get-together. We usually order something. We might order pizza, or we might go get something. It just depends on our mood, but and we get a lot of snacks. It's our snack night, so these ones here are the kind of the list that we're going to watch this year. I like to keep it kind of funny and stuff like that this year. Next year I've got more of a spookier type of horror type of movies that we're going to watch. But this year we've got, and I've never seen these, so I mean these are, watch at your own risk type of deal, because I don't know what they're about yet. Just read the back covers and that's it. So, but the first one's Vamps, and Alicia Silverstone is in it, and I thought that was kind of cool. I've heard good things about this movie, but never watched it yet. And they're still brand new, so, or well, some of them are. But there's this one, and this one is Embrace of the Vampire, and it's got Alyssa Milano in it. And I've never watched this one. This one's an older movie, so it should be interesting to see what this one is all about. And then we've got Once Bitten, and there's another movie on this one. This one's a double feature, and this one's got Nicolas Cage, Vampire's Kiss, which I've never seen. Or these are older movies. These are like an 80s. They call it an 80s double feature. And this should be interesting to see. And then we have The Little Vampire. This one's another 80s, 90s movie. So I want to watch these. I've never seen them, so I know. Sheltered Life. Just kidding. Well, when I was younger, I will say this. I was a little bit afraid of things, so my parents wouldn't let me watch certain things. And it's just because there was some tales, which I will tell you later in another video. I'm going to do like a spooky stories video. And so I will let you guys in on like what all happened with that. But there was some, let's just say it was told to me that there was different things going on and in real life, and there wasn't. So, and I believed them because I was little. And here is The Last Vampire on Earth. I decided to give this one a try. I've just read what was on the back cover and thought, well, give this a shot. So this is another movie. And we also have The Little Monsters with Fred Savage. I've never seen this one. So, like I said, Sheltered Life, right? But here's this one, and it's brand new in the packaging still. I have not watched any of these, so I'm hoping to watch these with my mother-in-law. Me and her already know, like, she already knows what they are, so it's not like a spoiler for her or anything, so, because we picked those out together. And then we have Warm Bodies. If you guys like a zombie movie, here you go, with a little bit of romance, and there's comedy, and this is a really good movie, so check this out if you like your zombie movies. I know that there's Zombieland too out there. I don't have a copy of that right now, but and then this one is about aliens, and this one's funny, and it's an 80s movie, and it's called Earth Girls Are Easy. Now this one I would not recommend kids watch, because there's sexual comment or content in this one that I know. So just be careful with this one. But it is hilarious, and it is funny. And it's got Gina Davis in it, and it's got Jim Carrey when he was young in it. I laughed when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, there's Jim Carrey, and he's so young in this movie. But it is a fun movie. Then I have Beautiful Creatures. And I've heard that this one is good. I've watched it, I think, once, but I can't remember it. I have so many DVDs that sometimes I just don't remember all of them and what they are like. And this one's beastly. No, I don't really remember this one too much either, but I think it's a good one. Okay, and now we've got more. This one, these are, this is one that I'm probably wanted to watch for next year, but I'm thinking I'll probably have to tear it out this year to watch. But this one's got five film collection, The Conjuring universe. This one's got The Nun, The Conjuring, Annabelle, The Conjuring, and The Conjuring 2, and then Annabelle's Creation. So here you go with this. And I got this at Walmart just recently. I don't remember the price on it. I'm horrible with remembering prices, but I think it was like 15 rounded or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was like around 15, like 14 something. I'm just kind of adding it up or tailoring it up. And here we are, we've got The Poltergeist. Now I've watched this movie before, but this is brand new in its thing. I got it at I think it was Walmart, in those like bins, those discounted bins. I love going in there and trying to find movies because it's kind of fun to dig in there. It sucks though when your hole gets like completely covered. But this movie is pretty good. And the little girl died that was in this movie, and I can't remember how, but it was sad. I mean, in real life she died, not in the movie. And we also have, this one's one of my favorites, Trick or Treat. This movie is really, really good. It's basically about, you know, a little, I'm not going to say any, like, spoilers or anything, but this movie, basically it's about, like, if you don't follow the Halloween traditions, this little guy's going to get you. And so it's really, I love this movie. And actually, they did an animatronic. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they've done one at Spirit Halloween this year. He does stuff. He laughs or something, and that's all he does. I think he, like, pulls off his head or something, and then there's, like, a head underneath. I don't really care for that part of him, but I think he's cute this way, you know? And I would love to have him. And I like his little, if you look closely on this, you can see his little lollipop. They actually give him a broken lollipop to hold, too. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's a cute, this is a cute movie. I love it. But I wouldn't suggest kids watch it, possibly. Because, especially little kids, because they might get kind of scared. And these ones are Halloween. Now, I got these at a discount. I found it at a thrift store. So, because sometimes I do a little thrifting. So, and here's the Halloween. These are the only copies that I have. I have a 3-film set, the Halloween collection. And so, and I think I bought this one at Walmart. I think it was, I don't know, $6 or so. I haven't even watched them yet. So, I know I'm horrible. And then we've got this one here. And I wouldn't suggest little kids watch these either, because this is kind of a scary, you know, stories and things. So, and now we have another pile. These are my witchy movies. Alright. Well, these are some of my, kind of my fun ones that I really enjoy watching, but we've got Elvira. This one I love. I love this one. This one's one of my favorites of hers that she's done. I love the dog in there. It's so cute. And this is a funny movie. A very funny movie. And then this one is Elvira's Haunted Hills. It's not really my favorite. This one, compared to, you know, this one and this one, I will take the Elvira Mistress of the Dark more than the Elvira's Haunted Hills. It's just, that's my opinion on it. I really love this one. This one's one of my favorites of hers. And it's like one of those ones where I do watch around Halloween time. Now this one is one of my top 5s that I will have to watch before Halloween. And this is Hocus Pocus. Very awesome movie. Kid friendly. This one is a very awesome movie. So, and I've heard they're making a second one on this, and I really don't want them to mess it up. I don't know what it is about them redoing our movies from when we were younger, but it just makes me a little nervous because I don't want them to ruin it for the next generation. I think that they should just enjoy the classics and leave them alone. Like, come up with some kind of new concepts and stuff, you know, for movies, instead of ruining the old ones for all of us, because that's just not, it's not cool with me. Here's another one that I love. It's called The Craft. This movie is an awesome movie. It's kind of one of, this one here is The Craft, and this movie is one of my favorites. Like, it's in the top 5 also, along with, well, Hocus Pocus. You kind of have to have these two in the category of must-watch before or on Halloween. So I do watch, I have to start like way in advance. If I'm gonna watch like all of these movies, I have to start way in advance to watch them before Halloween. It gets me in that Halloween-y type of mood, spooky, you know. It just gets me in the mood, more in the mood than I am for Halloween, which I love. Okay, this one I watched for the very first time last year. I didn't even really know it existed, and I was looking for Halloween movies that I might not have seen as a child, or, you know, in the 80s and 90s, because I really loved those types of movies. And this came up upon the list. It's called The Witches, and I've heard that they're going to remake this one as well, and I don't know how I feel about it. This one was a really good movie, cute for kids. Very awesome. Loved it. This movie is The Witches of Eastwick. And it has Cher in it. My dad would love that because my dad loves Cher. And it's also got Jack Nicholson, which he's pretty cool. And I think it's Susan Sarandon's in here too. I can't remember all of the people because in every movie, because I've seen so many and I tend to forget. But this is a good movie too as well. And then we have Teen Witch. This movie is really cute, and I just saw this one last year. Like I said, I was looking up movies for my mother-in-law and I to watch because we were having a movie night, and I looked it up, and I was like looking up the list, and I'm like, I've never heard of any of these. When I was a kid, I didn't watch a whole lot of TV. I was always out running around and doing stuff or whatever, and so I kind of missed a lot of movies too. And since I was a child, I was kind of scared of some of this stuff, so I don't really know, you know. But this one was a really good movie. It's really cute. I love it. This one here is not so much like a movie like for Halloween, but this one's kind of cute. It's Penelope. And I really enjoyed this movie. This movie was very, very cute. And I hadn't seen this one either. Like I said, as a child, I watched a lot of cartoons, but not so much for movies. This next one I came across last year as well. It came up on the list that I was searching for movies, and it's called The Witch Files. Very, very good. I really suggest this movie. It's a very good movie. It's really, it really gets in you, and you just don't want to like stop watching it because you're wondering what's going to happen next. It's one of those. Oh, excuse me. Very good movie though. Very, very good. So, I suggest maybe this movie too. I'm not sure though if kids should watch this. It's just up to you guys. And then we have Five Girls, another witch movie. And this movie I think I got a while back out of it was like a $5 bin at Walmart when it was $5 for these DVDs. I was digging through one night and I thought, you know what, I have never seen this one, so I just kind of grabbed it and took it home and watched it. It's pretty decent. I wouldn't suggest children watch this one. And then we have Maleficent. Love it. I want to see the second one. I haven't seen it yet, and I do not. Is it even on DVD? Or Blu-ray, DVD? I'm not real sure. But this movie was really good in theaters. I really enjoyed this movie. And Bewitched is another one with Nicole Kidman. This one was very, very cute. Oh, speaking of Nicole Kidman, I'm going to get kind of off course here, but I have all my DVDs in sections, and I forgot to grab the Practical Magic movie. You guys need to see Practical Magic. That movie is amazing, and I love that. That's one of my top 5s. Is Practical Magic. It is so good, you guys. But anyways, this one's The Bewitched, which is cute. It's based off the TV show, the series that was on. Very cute. Then we have Casper, the Friendly Ghost. Now this is a kids movie, but I love it. It's a cute movie. And it's based off the cartoon, which I loved to watch as a child. I loved that and Scooby-Doo and My Little Ponies and Jem and the Holograms and Rainbow Bright and Poppos and all that stuff. Oh, if you just saw my camera move, it's because my little Mooney is on the floor, my little sweetheart kitten, and she bumped the tripod. Right, Miss Moon Pie? Yes, you did. Here is Ghostbusters. This one is the funny one, Answer the Call. And I've got the extended Blu-ray one. And this one is hilarious. It's so much fun to watch. It's funny. I love the characters in that. And then we have Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And these are really awesome to watch. If you like Ghostbusters, then you need to watch this. You just do. It's something that I watch. And I also watch the Gremlins around Halloween time. Because these two are some of the things that we had out as children. And this was like actually on a cartoon version as well, which was really cool. It was really fun to watch. Very, very fun and good times. Now, I'm moving my table here for a second because I've got some more stacked up on the table. And I need to get to them. Alright. We have some Tim Burton directed films, which I love Tim Burton's films. They are so amazing. And, well, he's an awesome director. So, I collect a lot of his stuff. The first one is going to be The Legends of Sleepy Hollow. And it's got Johnny Depp in it. Very good movie. Very well done. Loved it. This one is a Tim Burton movie. And this one is 9. This one's an okay movie. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was still a really good, it's still really a good movie. Frankenweenie, which I love. I love Frankenweenie. And this one is a 2-disc. I'm sorry, I was trying to read the back because I know that there's a little extended cartoon in the front of this, and I can't remember what it is. And I'm trying to tell you guys, but I just don't remember. I don't remember, sometimes I just cannot remember things, but my brain is kind of having a brain fart right now. But this is the Frankenweenie. This one's definitely a kid-friendly movie. I really like it. It's a very good movie directed by Tim Burton. And, I really love it. It's a very cute movie. We also have Dark Shadows. This one was another really good movie. It's kid friendly for the most part. Then we have Coraline, I mean. Oh, I can't even read today. Coraline, that's what this one is. This one's a good movie. I really liked it. And of course, this was from a pawn shop, I believe. Sometimes I go there to get some movies, because you never know what you can find there. Tim Burton's Corpse's Bride, which I love. I actually got this out of the bin a while back at Walmart. They had it for like the $5 bin. It was for $5, so it's like, why not? And then plus I really wanted to collect all of Tim Burton's movies, or most of them that I really enjoy watching. So that was another one. And this is a kids-friendly one as well. And then we have Edward Scissorhands, which is, I grew up watching this one. I think it came out when I was in high school, so I really enjoyed this one a lot. And it's also got Johnny Depp in it, very good, and Winona Ryder. So if you like those two actresses and actors, yes. And here's Beetlejuice, which I grew up with, another great great classic here. This one here also, it did have a cartoon, which I loved to watch the cartoon Beetlejuice. I loved Beetlejuice. He's just, he's awesome. And this one has Gina Davis in it, and I believe Winona Ryder again. What am I saying? Ryder again in it. And this one is, I just love this classic. You can't have Halloween without some of these cute little things, you know. This one is Addams Family, and this one's the Addams Family Values. This is a 2-pack that I got one year at Walmart when they carried them. I love these two movies. I used to watch them all the time. I love the show, by the way, which I'm going to get into that a little bit later in this video, because I do have some season stuff that I'm going to also, you know, put in this list of suggestions of DVDs. But this is, these are really good movies. And I really do like the original Morticia Addams. Oh, she's just gorgeous in my world. I love her. And here we go. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes. I love these two movies. I got this one last year because it was their anniversary. And I just love it so much. I love Jack Skellington. I collect his stuff. Not so much Sally though. I mean, Sally's okay, but like I'm all about Jack. Jack and Zero are my favorite. So I collect them. I do collect a little bit of Sally too, but Jack's one of my favorites out of the whole thing. So, and this one's kid friendly. So these two you kids can watch. And you can watch them on Christmas, and you can watch them on Halloween, and you can bring the Halloween, you know, into Christmas with it. Or vice versa. That's the great thing about this one. And I really like it. That's when you see these memes on Facebook. Do you watch this at Christmas, or do you watch it at Halloween? The answer is both. Both. Then we have some Hotel Transylvania. I love Hotel Transylvania. I love Adam Sandler's stuff. Adam Sandler is freaking hilarious. If you haven't seen some of his movies, you have to check them out because they are hilarious. I love a lot of his stuff, and he does the voice in this. I think he's the dad. Hotel Transylvania 3, they have a second one, and they also have a first one. So you need to check these out. I got this one at Walmart. I think I got, well, this one I got at the thrift store, you can see, but most of these I got at Walmart. But I love these. These are so fun to watch. And yes, I'm an adult, and I still I love to watch cartoons. Cartoons are just awesome to me. I'm like a kid still, a big kid. But I love my cartoons. Okay, now, the next pile, I am going to say this. They were on, I'm very disappointed right now because around Halloween time, when I would turn on the TV, there would be kind of excitement because there was an excitement because of the History and Discovery Channel. They would have these things on, and they were totally awesome things, and I wish that they would still have them on today. And I looked some of these up online, and I am seeing like the Haunted History stuff and Discover stuff. It's really skyrocketed sky high because you can't even find it anymore, which makes me a little sad, and stuff that other people can't enjoy these things. They had like not like hauntings, not like the show A Haunting. It was kind of like that, but those are good too, but that's not exactly what I'm getting at here. This was more of a like a ghost stories, and they would go to like Massachusetts, and they would, you know, show you all the haunted places and interview people who work there and stuff. There was ones in Virginia. There was ones in Vermont. There was the Winchester house. How they had like 13 steps and, you know, doors that go to nowhere and things like that. And how they've seen Sarah Winchester and stuff like that. That was kind of like some of the things that they did have on that I am so disappointed that they don't even have it anymore. It saddens me that other people can't enjoy that, because there was a lot of haunted history type of stuff. I think it was called Haunted History, and they went and they interviewed people. Like, they went to the plantations where the World War was or whatever it was, and then they would do interviews with the people. And then there was other things that they would do. You know, there was different things, you know, different hauntings. Like, there was a really cute one where there's a love story of lavender, where maybe I'll get into this in a different video. Let's just save this for like some haunted stories I can tell you, because I've seen that one and I actually have them recorded, but I recorded them on VHS and then went back and put them on a DVD player, and you can tell that it's just not the same. The quality is just not there. So it kind of bummed me out. But this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is the Haunted History Collectors. And I got this one off of, I think it was eBay or Amazon a while back, because I really wanted these. This was something that I really like. I enjoy these a lot. I watch these around Halloween time. It just gets me in the mood for Halloween. It gets me more into the mood, I should say, because I'm always in the mood. But this just like brings fall time to me, like, just like, oh, it's fall, you know, it's around that Halloween time. I love watching these, and I really, you know, suggest these because these tell facts. We've got the Haunted History of Halloween. It tells all about the Halloween and what some of the stuff is, like, you know, how really back in the day they used turnips instead of pumpkins to carve, believe it or not. So that's like an interesting fact. There's all kinds of interesting facts. And they also said that that Anoka County in Minnesota is the Halloween capital of the world, believe that or not. They had the parades, and they still have the parades to this day, which I find very fascinating. I would love to go to one of their parades once, but I think it's exactly on Halloween, and I like to be home because I like to dress up and give candy to the trick-or-treaters we have. And last year someone had said to us, you know, you guys really inspire us on what you do out, you know, because I do up the yard and then I dress up and I hand out candy to the kids. And I just have it makes me so happy to see their faces when they get the candy and their eyes light up, and you know, it's just, it's so magical. I love it. But this goes back to all of the history traditions and why we do them today and everything. This is an older video or whatever, DVD, or an older one. But it really goes into depth on the Halloween, the history of Halloween, so I suggest this. And also you can find some stuff, I guess, on YouTube as well. I wish that I could save it all. I don't know how to save it, but it would be nice. And this one's the Hauntings of the History Channel. Now this was kind of what I'm talking about, but not exactly, because they had episodes on every state. And I Wikipedia'd it or whatever, and it came up and it had like tons and tons of different states. So this is something that I suggest. So, you know, check this stuff out. If you can, try to check out the other ones too. This one's A&E, and this one's called Witches. And it goes back into like the, just witchy type of things. And then it also, I think it also kind of goes into the Solemn Witch Trials, which, you know what, I do have another DVD on just the history of the Solemn Witch Trials, because that's like important, and I usually watch it around this time. And it was, like I said, when I was a kid, this stuff would play, and when I became an adult, it was like, I think it was on TV until I was like 25 or 26 or something, and then they stopped doing it. They stopped playing these things, and I find them very interesting, and I wish that they would keep them on TV, because some of these are just they're very awesome to watch around Halloween time, and they would always play them. And now, disappointing and sadly, they don't do it. And these are, you know, some really cool things. I mean, this one's the Vampire Secrets, and I think this one's kind of fun too. They have a whole thing of vampires, like, things. And these are kind of more like documentaries, really. But they interview people, and people talk about it and stuff. Here's a Poltergeist one, if anybody's into that. I mean, I really like watching some of the movies. Like I said before, Emily Rose, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and it's a true story. And she was real, and she died a saint. So, this is pretty cool. Oh, sorry if I spoiled it for you guys. That's a spoiler there, so spoiler alert. But then there's the history of Halloween again. And they have, like, more than just these as well. They have a lot more. And I tried to find the, you know, go by states and everything, but they're so expensive that it's going to be tough to get them all. I think it was going to cost me just for, like, maybe half of them. It was, like, going to be, like, around $500 or something. Because they're not found anymore, and you can't find them. And I tried to go through the History Channel and through all that other stuff to find them and just to purchase them, and you can't do it. So, that kind of sucks. Here's the National Geographic's Witchcrafts, Myths, and Legends. This one's kind of a fun one you can watch. And this one, I believe, also played during that time when they were playing, you know, when they would play these things on television around Halloween and fall time. This one also is another National Geographic's Is It Real Vampires? These are just so fun. You know, why, I don't get why people wouldn't want to, you know, it's kind of like, if you've ever seen Ozzy and Jack's World Detour, it's kind of like that type of stuff, but it's the history of it, and I don't get why people don't want to see these type of things. I mean, it's just for fun, and you know, I just like the history of it, especially the haunting stuff. This one is the Satanic Rites of Dracula. This one's just kind of a fun one. I found this, my husband actually found this at the thrift store when we went. And so he picked it up for me, which is kind of fun. I mean, it's just something really cool to watch. Oh, I did pick up, out of the pile, the Salem Witch Trials. And this is from History Channel. I believe that it's very important to watch this stuff and just to, you know, have this as a staple of Halloween around the Halloween season, and to actually remember what happened to these people. They weren't all so-called witches or anything, but it's just, this is kind of a documentary that I find just something to watch during around Halloween time, since, you know, Halloween time is, you know, appreciating and remembering the dead and all that. So this one is an actual good one to watch. So try to find this on eBay or Amazon, because I'm sure they have it. And here's another one, Bloodlines of Dracula's Family. This one was very interesting. Very, very. It actually shows, like, Dracula just telling about the family bloodlines, and actually, you know, just telling a little bit about, you know, them and everything like that. And it's a good history lesson. So if you like this kind of thing, check into it. I got mine on eBay or Amazon. I can't remember which one it was, but and some of these are fairly priced, but the ones that I wanted, the haunting ones, it seems like they're really expensive. They're like $23 and some odd cents, and some of them are even more than that. This one's called Vampire Secrets, and it's from History again. which I really enjoy. I enjoy watching these around Halloween time. They used to have them on, like I said, all the time. During the fall time. As soon as it like hit September and maybe even into August, they were playing these like crazy, and I really enjoy them. They have the cooking shows still, so if you guys like the Halloween cooking shows, I love to watch those. Those are kind of fun and inspiring, you know, in their own way. But yeah, they just don't have those haunted histories anymore, and I love those. I love the tales and stories they have. Here's another one on Dracula. And this is just, it's a very interesting DVD. And like I said, these are the types of things that used to play around August, October, or September and October, around Halloween time, around fall. These were the things that were on television, and I miss that. Like, I miss seeing this stuff. I tried to tape some last year on the DVR, and I did get some, but I'm thinking these aren't like the ones that we used to have, or used to play a lot. So it just breaks my heart that other people can't enjoy these, because some of these are just really good, and you know, I just can't rate, I just cannot, I could go on and forever about them, but they're really good. And here's another one, Monster Madness and Mayhem, which is, I think this, I don't know if this one was, I mean, this one probably played, but maybe it was a little bit, it's a little bit older than I remember. But this one here, it's still good, and it has like a lot of discs in there. It's got like 3 sets of discs or something in there, and so it goes on to tell a little bit about everything. It goes into telling about the devil and witches, and then creatures and superstitions and Halloween, which is, you know, one of my favorite things to watch around Halloween is history of Halloween, because I like to get my facts in order, because, like, you know, I like to just do it, you know. And also, these are a way to keep Halloween alive all year round. So if you're looking for that type of thing, you should watch some of these things, and you'll have Halloween all year round. But that's for just the movies themselves or whatever. And then we're going to do, now we're working on doing the series. And here's some of the series that I love to watch. As a kid, I loved to watch these. The complete series of the Addams Family. Now, this series is awesome. It's so funny, and I love the dark humor about it. And I used to watch these all the time as a kid. And I would never get old. I love them. And I watch them to this day. I enjoy the Addams Family a lot. And I love Morticia. Morticia is so beautiful. I love her. And she's just awesome. But this series, I really like watching around Halloween. But I do watch it almost all year round when I'm not watching other stuff. Because I have the Monsters too, which I watched all the time as a child. I loved the Monsters as well. They made me laugh, and they're just so awesome. And Lily, she is beautiful as well. I love her. Very good series. Love this. Has a lot of dark comedy, dark horror comedy that I love, along with the Addams Family. These two are just amazing. Love them. And I wish they would make like something like this for TV nowadays, because everything is just, I don't know, it's so blah. They need to like they need to do like, I'm not saying do the Addams Family or the Monsters again. I'm saying like do something different. Like come up with a different name for a series and do something along those lines, and maybe have it in black and white, because I think it would be awesome, and I think a lot of people would enjoy that, and bring some dark like humor to it. I would definitely watch it. I'd be one. And I'm also getting to the next thing now, and actually I could probably just show you this, and you guys will probably know what this is already. This is the Charmed series. I also have them in DVDs as well. I love this series. I start to watch it like, well, I'm behind this year, but I started watching it in June, and I just finished the day before October 31st, which, you know, Halloween. I just love watching them. I'm a huge fan of Shannon Doherty, and I know not everybody is, but I love her. And she's going to be in the 90210. Yay! They rebooted that show, which is kind of a bummer, but I mean, kind of not. I'm going to miss Luke in it for sure, because I really wanted to see Luke in it. But I'm excited to see what that's all about and see how they do it. Now, I know that it's not Halloween, but I love 90210. It's my favorite, one of my favorite shows that was on TV as a teenager. I'm not talking about the 2000 and whatever version. That one I watched a little bit about it, but I haven't really touched, you know, too much on it or whatever. So I'm not really sure what that's all about or anything, but I mean, I do respect the project, and I do think that I might watch it again and give it another shot. But I was watching on Netflix, and then I stopped watching it. It was interesting to certain extents, but it's not like the same. You know, the original cast is, you know, the original cast. And actually, that's the way I feel about Charmed here. Charmed or whatever, I mean, okay, the new series, I cannot get into it. I don't understand why, but I just can't. I love this one. I love the actors and actresses in this one. So when you put a new one in, I mean, they could have named that a different name, because it doesn't seem like to me that's Charmed, you know. I know this Charmed, not the old, or not the new one. So, I don't know, but this is like a disc set, and I watch it I try to watch it before Halloween each year. I haven't started watching it this year yet, but I've been kind of busy doing things, and you know, but I just love this so much. I can't even say enough good things about this, because I love it so much. This is like one of my favorite series that I've ever watched. So it gets me in the Halloween mood, and I love it because it's about witches, and I actually dream about it whenever I watch it. I kind of dream that I'm there at night when I'm sleeping. And one night, I guess I was talking in my sleep, and I had said something funny. My husband heard me say something funny, so I don't remember if it was because I was with Prue and I was talking to Prue or something. I'm funny that way. But yeah, those are basically it. I would throw in like Chucky and some Freddy and maybe some Stephen King movies into the mix as well, but that's about it. So, I mean, those are my Halloween suggestions for movies. What do you like to watch? Oh, excuse me. What do you guys like to watch out there? Is there anything, any series or anything I should check out? I do also have, I forgot one more series. I have The Vampire Diaries. I love watching them and stuff too. They're pretty good. They kind of got a little bit drawn out though, dragging kind of, so it was hard for me to follow, so I kind of had to stop watching them. And then they also have the originals, which I've watched some of that as well. I haven't really watched the whole thing though. What else do you guys watch? Do you guys watch anything else that might interest others? Put it down on the comments below, because that would be cool to help people get into more of a Halloween mood if they're not, or having issues trying to get there, or you know, just to keep Halloween alive all year round. That's the thing. That's a thing too. Yeah, I hope you guys are all having a spooktacular day. I hope I helped with some of the my Halloween suggestions to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the movies, enjoy everything that I've spoke about, and maybe you guys will check them out. But I'm just super excited and happy that it's almost here. I'm so excited and I can't wait to do more Halloween shopping and look around and stuff. If there's any suggestions also on movies that maybe I should check out that I haven't listed here, please let me know, because I'm always looking for new movies to try out and everything, and just to, you know, because I'm feeling like I'm missing so many movies and everything. So if you guys could suggest some, that would be awesome. Put them in the comments below, and I'll try and check them out and maybe give them a review for you guys. I do have more Halloween stuff coming up here. I'm going to do some more Halloween hauls, I'm pretty sure. I probably get, I want to do like a walkthrough of my house, because I've done, you know, I leave my Halloween stuff all year round. So I want to like do the electronics for you guys and turn them on and do each one by itself, because if you start putting them all together and everything, it just gets to be into a rambled mess. So I kind of want to do that for you guys and make a video and edit them all together in their own little separate things. I also would like to do a spooky stories series type of thing. That's coming up. I'm trying to think. I'm missing so many. I also wanted to do a music, you know, like a playlist type of music thing, which I will just go through a list and tell you the names and everything of all the songs and the stuff, because I don't want to copyright. So so that's something that I'm working on right now. I used to have like 19 hours of songs, which was like around 2,000 to 3,000 songs or something. But for some reason I burnt them on a DVD disc and my computer will not open it. I just don't get it. But hopefully I can get that open so that I can share with you guys like some of those songs and get like somewhat of a playlist. I mean, I'm not going to go over 19 hours of songs, but I do want to like give you a gist of like a playlist for your Halloween party if you're having one, because you know, like I said before, I go through a lot. I go to extends like decorating and cookies and goodies. I make a lot of goodies for my Halloween parties. I put a playlist together. I just make sure that the house looks really cool and spooky for that time. I mean, normally we have everything out as it is, but I try and, you know, do a little bit extra, you know. I do have like a lot of extra stuff. I actually have, in our basement right now, I have boxes and boxes and tubs full of Halloween stuff that I either put out in the yard for Halloween or, and I don't really go all out, because then you got to put it all back. So I remember try not to go too crazy, because it does get to be a lot of work, and it's just kind of me doing it, because, well, that's what I like to do. I like to decorate and stuff, but I don't like to just, you know, go out there and throw everything out there and then go back in and just take it all back in. That it's just too much work. But I do enjoy decorating. I do enjoy giving out candy for the kids on Halloween. So that's an exciting time. I might do like a video of the yard when I get it done. I wait till Halloween actually to do it. I go out either the night before Halloween and then I do it a little bit and then I put out the rest. But some of the tombstones and things are so flimsy that you don't dare keep them out. And it depends on if it's windy or not, because I don't want them tore up. I actually kind of have to figure out a way to, you know, get the tombstones to stand and everything. Like get some weight on the back of them so they don't flip-flop around. Then I could probably put them out earlier. I wouldn't mind doing that. but I've got to figure it out first before I just throw them out. I don't want them damaged. I hate buying year after year, buying more of those things, because it's so, they get kind of, I mean, some of them can be kind of expensive. So I like to take care of the ones I have so I can just keep adding to it instead of having to replace. But I call it the Jennifer's Halloween store because there's just tons of stuff downstairs in the basement, and I can just go and pick it out. We actually have racks of stuff, believe it or not. And it's a fun time. I love doing it for the kids and dress up and, you know, all that good stuff. But I'm so super excited. I'm getting off course, see? Halloween makes me do that. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry it was a long one. I'm probably gonna have to divide it up into 2 or 3 parts, so you guys will be able to see some of the stuff. But anyways, I guess if you haven't done so and you like what you see here at Jennifer's Lair, please like and comment and subscribe to my channel. It would, I would just be so happy that you would join me and all of us Halloweeners and alternatives and goth people and just people who like to be different and dare to be different. I would love to meet everyone, and I love to hear from you guys. Your comments are really awesome and usually very nice. So please, you know, don't forget to, you know, comment on movies or whatever suggestions that you guys might have. I really would love to hear some of your suggestions and things. So please do so. And I will try to check them out and maybe do a review sometime. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook, the Gothic Inspiration. You won't be sorry. It's for darkly inclined people like ourselves. I put it together. I try to do, like, you know, black things and dark things and stuff like that. It's for darkly inclined people, so just like us. So come join us. Come join us to the dark side. You won't be sorry. I hope everyone's having a spooktacular day or night wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you next time on Jennifer's Lair. And thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Have a great, awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.